What is up and welcome back. I got this at Walmart today. You know, I'm not a giant fan of Walmart, as our girl would say. So I thought, what a perfect occasion. And you definitely need some coffee to conquer this video. Yes, ma'am. Check out my foodie video. And I do want to say this right quick before we get started. I do read all your comments, and I know right now I haven't been, getting to respond back as I usually do. I've been really busy with my grandma and stuff, and the loss, and the family. So, I may slide through a couple, but I used to try and get to everybody. But I do heart them when I get a chance, and I do read all of them. Now, to get into things before we get into Amber, there was nothing that foodie, when I made the foodie video about the finding a hookup account, sorry, I'm going to cool it here, there was nothing that, there wasn't her address. These are all things that she stated, different accounts. So I wasn't trying to offend anybody. I did unfortunately lose a couple subscribers, and I apologize if it offended anyone. That was not what I meant to do, but there was nothing in the video. She had mentioned Tinder. She had mentioned Plenty of Fish. There was nothing about her address, any of that. She said before which town she lives in. So I'm sorry if you guys see this and you unsubscribed. I truly apologize, but there was nothing of the address given. It was all, she had talked about the Plenty of Fish. She had talked about the Tinder. So let's move on with that. Okay, there's a lot to uncrack in this video, however you want to phrase it. But I want to get into something first. We'll get into our drink of the day. We'll do snack of the day at the end. But I do want to show this right quick. You guys know that we kind of do like a battle of the candles. I try to show how they burn. We're still working on the Honey Grove Botanicals butterscotch, it's burning right now, bourbon. It's burning amazing, no soot, and it's too hot to pick up, but it's getting down there. So I've been working on this Scent Works by Harry Slake and Strawberry Glazed Donut. Now, I got this at Kohl's, and you guys, it smells amazing, and it's burning pretty even, but it just, I do trim my wicks. So before you say, yes, I do trim my wicks, I got a wick trimmer right here. And I always tell you guys, trim your wicks, you'll get an even burn. But it's just, no matter, even if I burn it, you don't want to burn a candle for a couple minutes and then blow it out. The wicks just get so high and they soot. So to recommend this candle, I don't know if maybe I got a bad one. Let me know in the comments if you guys tried this. Again, I picked this up at Kohl's, but unless these are really cheap on clearance, I probably wouldn't pick this up again. It's just, even if I burn it for an hour or two, I don't burn it at super long times. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong, but I do pretty much follow. I mean, you see here, look at that. I follow everything I've looked up on how to burn candles properly, and it just, the wicks get absolutely, I think it's like about 30, 40 to an hour. I'll have to blow it out before the wicks. So yeah, I don't remember, we do have another Harry Slake in over here, but I do want to get started, and we'll show that when it burns. But I don't recommend these. Let me know if you've tried them, and maybe I've got a bad one, but for the price point of this, unfortunately, it's going to be a no-go for me. Lovely packaging, cute design, and it smells amazing. Now, cold scent, it does throw, but it's not got the largest, it does scent a little bit when it's burning hot scent, but unless you find these super cheap on clearance, maybe again I got a bad one, but I wouldn't recommend for the price point. I think even I had like a 20, actually I don't think the percentage is off with those. I think it was just on sale. Unless you find those super cheap on clearance, I'm going to say a no on those. Yeah, I won't be. Now if I find them for $2, $3, $4, $5, sometimes around Christmas times, or you can find holiday ones, maybe I'll give it a whirl. Maybe again, a bad one, but let's move on. Drink of the day right quick, let's get in. I don't know if I've showed this one. I think we've either done this or the blackberry, so I do apologize. But these are really popular when I was a kid. Again, I'm in the U.S., but these are the Clearly Canadian sparkling water beverage. It's like a carbonated sparkling water. This is the Orchard Peach. And another thing I noticed when I was picking these out, some were full to the top and some were full to like there. So that was a weird thing I noticed, like maybe their machine was off that day. But let's go ahead and crack into this. Whoa. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I haven't shook him around. Sorry, I know that was quite a graphic. I apologize, but I had just ran the sweeper in here and cleaned earlier today while I was listening to the underground support meeting. So I apologize. I didn't want it to get all over the floor in my hands. 1 second. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. You know I love these water wipes. These are great. They're pure water, not sponsored, but I just love these for everything. I use them for the dogs. Good to put in the car. Again, not sponsored, just a heads up, but I really love these. Okay, well, I just took a shower, but all right. Okay, let's get right into this. This is the Orchard Peach. And another thing I noticed, take a drink before I put the straw in. So, you know, with my lip gloss, and I do like to have a straw. I don't know if these were around when you were a kid. This is like the first year that I've been seeing them back, but these are so nostalgic. They remind me of my childhood. Yeah, oh. Okay, guys, let's get to it. It's just like a sparkling water. Now, I don't like a lot of the seltzer waters. This doesn't taste like seltzer water. It's kind of like almost like a Sprite minus being sweet, like overly sweet. You do get the peach. So, I don't know if you guys had these. Let me know when you were a kid. I loved these when I was young. The peach and the blackberry are my favorite. I think we've done one. I don't know if it's the peach or the blackberry. I want to say it was the blackberry. All right. Let's get right into it. So, Amberlynn put out a video saying it is called Huge Lack of Communication. Alright. So, I don't really know the lack of communication. I, know she's been on a rant during her live streams lately. Again, I don't want to mention the same things, but if you're not up to date, she's came at Young Dumb Honey Bun a couple times now. She's mentioned Karina Kaboom. So yeah, let's get right into it. Oh, I do have notes over here. The new intro, it says something like, why don't we try again? Here we go back to this intro of try. Remember, what was it? Try. So this one says something about try again. I'm like, honey, we've tried. It's time to surrender and throw in the towel. Impatient, or really, I don't know. I personally, if I had, and that's what she's like, impatience expensive. Dude, you buy so much stuff, you're still raking in the views. Okay, this is huge lack of communication.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. But if you want, can we try again?
If you want, we can try again.
Oh yeah. So I feel like this video is really important to me because I want to be on sort of the same page as my viewers, as all of you. I want you guys to kind of understand me more. I feel like that could help build this channel into a more positive, functioning channel, and that's what I need. So, as you guys know, I was trying to do the curvy...
Okay, I'm not going to try and pause a million times, and we can try to discuss it in between and after. It's 11 minutes and 45 seconds. So we're setting it 1K thumbs up, 3,300 and some change thumbs down. So Amber, and able to build this channel into a positive environment, you are the key holder to that. And until you quit trolling and really try to genuinely, Amberlynn, make a change, that is where you've lost the reins of this channel, and you are the key holder to getting that back. But doing these mukbangs, creating these scandals, and coming up with these personas, that's not going to work. Until people see some serious changes, the real, genuine you, whatever the case that may be, unfortunately, we're way past this point.
Calorie challenge, and I realized, okay, this just ain't going to be it, because I was just being bashed and bashed and bashed. Being vulnerable for me just was not it, sis. So I wrote in one of my journals, and I was writing in it privately, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this to everyone, kind of show them the way that I was feeling. So I read it to you guys, and to me, it kind of felt like it was a letter to you guys. So when I send a letter, I want a letter back. I might regret this. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. But I'm going to read some of the top comments from that video, because in a way I feel like that is your guys' reply to my letter. It's a comment equals a letter, and I'm just hoping it goes well. So I am going to screenshot the comments. I also want to say that this is what the top comments are right now while I'm filming this. Oh wow, okay, so from the looks of it, I guess there is a lack of communication, because I have over 2,000 thumbs down with only over 500 thumbs up. So this is the first comment. When are you going to stop feeling sorry for yourself and stop blaming your audience for your poor decisions? None of us are forcing food in your mouth or giving you unrealistic goals. Stop making promises you have no intention of trying to keep. You need off YouTube and work on yourself. Problem is, you don't want to get off YouTube or work on yourself. Stop humiliating yourself for coin. I can't imagine the embarrassment this channel, not you, brings to your family and friends. Okay, so I feel like there's so much to respond to. So it's not that I'm feeling sorry for myself, and I hate the blaming your audience for your poor decisions, because I feel like when people say that, they don't understand eating disorders, or they don't even understand the simplest thing of...
Oh, Amber, here we go again. I have seen numerous people in her comments, in my comments, and in other reaction channels. Some of you have even emailed me that you have a... Sorry, YouTube, really, with those two sort of words, it is like an ultimate hammer down. I am sorry, and I don't want to seem that I ever make a mockery when I, come up with other words, or I say situations when I add on things. It's just, I've mentioned the eugenic videos and things like that. You guys, my device is broken, and if you realize why it doesn't sound like a waterfall, I had to ask my friend next door, could I use her device, put my account on there, told her I would erase everything. So that is why I have an appointment coming up. My insurance has another 30 days, so I'm really trying out here, guys. Bear with me. I apologize. I know this is unacceptable. Okay, don't you do it. Anyways, let me grab my wet wipe over here. Sorry. A huge, she's just not getting it. That comment was on point. Now listen what she has to say about how people, her family and friends, feel about the channel. Now, before I have to, that way I don't have to stop and pause. Of course, her friends and family, they're seeing the numbers. Her mom and dad are seeing, oh, you got so many subscribers. They're seeing the cash that it brings her. Her friends, they're reaping the benefits. Birthdays, holidays, coming over to eat. What, the one day they were drinking wine with Destiny and Daners. Playing games. Christmas again, birthdays, going out to eat, she's always footing the bill. Of course they're proud of this channel. Everybody's reaping the benefits. Her mother and father are probably looking throughout the years and years. We've all seen her health deteriorate and her weight gain. They're looking at, oh, my daughter's got 189K subs. She's making bank. She's, you know, bankrolling, paying her bills. But they're not realizing she's lost herself in this process.
Emotional eating. A lot of people eat their feelings, and that's just...
Oh, sorry. I got sidetracked. Sorry to pause again. There's plenty of people, Amberlynn, that are out here going through the same thing just as you. If not worse, some people. No matter, there's tons of addictions, Amber. Tons. There's tons of people with eating disorders in the community, in your community. People have emailed me. So you're not the only one on the planet. I get tired of hearing her and Chantel and everybody and Amy and all of the Fab Fun Four saying nobody understands. Yes, they do. They choose to work on themselves in the community, unlike the unfab fit
There
four.
are certain things that trigger emotional eating or binging. YouTube as a whole does not trigger me. It's when I start becoming bombarded with the negativity. And that's where we need to learn how to stop.
Now, was that not a contradiction in itself? Sorry, I'll let it play. YouTube doesn't trigger me, but it does when the negative comments start rolling in. That was a complete contradiction in one sentence. So you're saying it doesn't, but then you're turning around saying it does when the negativity starts rolling in. But you are, again, the key holder, putting up mukbangs. You know people don't want to see that. Doing trolling the 1-2 day, and I don't even believe she makes it a day on these diets that she says, or these challenges, journeys, whatever you want to call them. I think behind closed doors, at the end of the day, she has never committed to any of these 24 hours, her or Chantel. And I'm not, what is it? Say it in the back, trying to what? I don't believe they commit to any of this. With the Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, I think she eats the food on camera and then eats her normal food. Typically, we've seen garlic bread gate. You do not make 8 to 10 pieces of garlic to save for another day. It gets hard in the fridge. If you're making frozen garlic bread, you'd pull a piece or two out, what you're going to eat. And then if you wanted it for lunch that day with your spaghetti, you'd make another piece. Nobody wants, what have we said? Nobody wants us garlic bread, honey.
Me to get offline, which is something I enjoy doing. It's a passion for me to film videos. I just love filming videos. Instead of telling me not to do something that I love doing, we should start making it to where it's harder for people to harass and abuse YouTube creators. Not just
so you can get on here and troll, reap the benefits, what you're saying, but nobody can leave constructive criticism. Yes, are there comments that go overboard? 100%. Telling her that's ridiculous. I don't agree with that. But you get a lot of constructive criticism that you take into form as negative. This is just a complete... Oh my goodness. She just doesn't get it. Or is she trolling? Who only knows? I don't think she's trolling right now, unfortunately.
And I will safely say that my family and friends are not humiliated by me.
Again,
my mom,
cash
oh my God,
money.
so cute. She literally brags about me. And she's proud of me. And so is my dad, actually. Every time we talk, which is not often at all, but every time we talk, he talks about how proud he is of me, of my YouTube channel. My family and friends, they love me. And they see me for more than what a lot of you guys see me. They see the good in me.
We only see what you put on here. We react, we comment on what we see. The person that you are portraying that day, or the character or the other YouTuber that you try to emulate, that's what we react. Maybe they do seem to see a different person. Maybe you are your real self around them. But you come on here and put on a front. You try to act like, you know, my Jeffree Star nails. You try to emulate Trisha, Alexandria, learning to not be fearless. Maybe I'm sure they do if you act like the real you. We just react to the person we see on here. The character we see that week.
They see what I am trying to do on this channel, and I think it's just because they know me more. So the second top comment says, all it sounds like is you need to get off YouTube and get extensive therapy. I can get therapy without getting off of YouTube. YouTube is my job. I actually quit a job a few years ago. I sat all day long. And I was in a very different spot back then. And when I would sit all day long, it would hurt my legs and my ankles and my feet a lot. And not only that, but being in a room where I heard typing and clicking all day long, and just the pressure of what I was doing for a job, all of it was giving me really bad anxiety, and it was bad for my mental health, and it was obviously hurting me physically. I ended up quitting, and I shared that, and I got a lot of backlash for quitting.
Don't even, where do we begin with this comment? What are you doing other than setting every day? And if you have to edit videos, depending if you use a tablet or what you use, but you have a computer, you've showed us. But let's bring it back to the setting. What are you doing other than setting every day? We either see you in this chair in your room, or we see you on the sofa. Amber, I don't think you realize how good you got it. You're clicking Legos around. That, you guys, was I'm sorry, that was a cop-out. And I'm sorry, another thing, if you enjoy your YouTube, Torrid, read in the comments, mukbangs, new journey every other week. I'll just leave it at that.
So it's like, what would be the difference between me quitting that job versus me quitting YouTube? I no longer want to quit things that I thoroughly enjoy doing just because it might be a little tough.
Just because my pocketbook is filled up.
Top comment, girl, if you've given up and have accepted this life, just say it. Stop trying to justify it. Whether it's food, drugs, or alcohol, it's all an addiction, and all addicts try everything to justify their addiction. I don't think I've ever tried to justify...
Time out. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause and say... Amen, whoever wrote that comment. I agree 100%. I don't want to see her throw in the towel, which unfortunately she seems like she already has. I've said this a million times with her, Jen, Foodie, all of them. If this is what you want, say it. Quit trolling. Unfortunately, I wish each and every one of them would get their act together and get their health right. But it would be better to just say, hey, this is me, than the trolling. Sorry. It'd be a lot better. Again, I would love to see them all get better. But anything is better than the trolling at this point, and the we don't understand you.
Food. We all know that I know, and you guys know, everyone knows, that I am super morbidly obese. That has been what my channel has been about from the very beginning. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. I'm not trying to hide, you know, the binge eating aspect or the emotional eating aspect or the fact that food just in general makes me feel better and worse all at the same time. I share these things. I don't justify these things. And no, I have not accepted this life. I try my hardest to embrace this life while trying to fix this life. Kind of like love yourself at any size or beauty at any size. I thoroughly agree with those things because the only way that you're going to fix yourself is if you love yourself. And everyone should always feel beautiful no matter what. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling. Let's move on. Next one says, I can't even imagine how frustrating it would be to be her partner. Even though it seems like Becky is an enabler or just doesn't care enough to cause a stir by saying no, I would be ripping my hair out surrounding myself with someone who says they want one thing and starts a new journey, goes back and forth, all while having the money and access to resources that could help. I would leave. I would have left a long time ago, though. Actually, with this comment, I kind of understand what you're saying, but I think there comes a time where you're so in love with someone that you don't want to give up. You want to be the person to help them. You know, it goes both ways. Becky knows this, I know this. Neither of us are the most healthiest people. You know, Becky has some hidden health demons that she has to deal with, and I worry about her every single day. I almost feel like I worry about her more than I worry about myself. Becky does the whole, I'm gonna start a diet, and then the next...
So, there again, I've said this also, unfortunately, that's why it's like, I don't cover every video of hers, because it's like, I feel like I say the same things over. Becky has also tremendously gained weight since the beginning. Of course, we've all seen that. This is another thing. If you truly love somebody exactly, you would be like, okay, let's do this together. Yes, I'm sure we know Becky's a picky eater and they don't like the same things, but come to the, you know, what I'm trying to say here. There's a certain word I'm looking for. Come to the... Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Okay. Come to the understanding. That's not the word I was looking for, but you know what I mean. To say, you know, hey, let's write a list of different things we like together that's healthy, and we can put them together instead of, you know, cooking two things that one person's on a diet, one person's not. Do it together if you really love somebody. We're past this point now. If you genuinely love somebody, you want to see them get better. You try to get... I have had somebody give me literally, I'm not even exaggerating. They have gave me the ultimatum of saying, if you do not get clean, I will no longer be with you. I cannot watch you die. I do not want to be a part of this. I have literally had somebody say that to me. And they were serious. Yeah. Actually, I've had a lot of long-term relationships, but 2 people have said that to me, but 1 really meant business.
She doesn't. It's very common. I would never in a million years leave someone that I absolutely love and adore and cherish and care about when they're at their worst. I could never do that. To me, that's not love. But seeing them every single day slowly kill themselves or making their health worse, etc., yes, that's very hard, very frustrating, could possibly be damaging to a relationship. I will say right here and right now, it's
could possibly
not damaging to Becky and I. Without a doubt, it's made us closer because this is such a scary, hard thing for me. And what Becky goes through as well, that we're there to confide in each other. But I want you guys to know that Becky does not put the food in my mouth. She doesn't make the choices for me. I make the choices for myself. If she doesn't get the food for me, I figure out a way to get it myself. Next comment, here we are.
Did you see that? I figure out a way to get it myself. Let's just rewind that. Sorry, I know this is, but look at the facial expression when she says, I find a way to get it myself. This girl, I've said it again, she's not ready to get help. She just, unfortunately, with all she's been through, has not hit rock bottom. Let's go back, watch her facial. I find a way to get it myself. It wasn't, I find a way to get it myself. Like, it wasn't a guilty, watch this.
Getting isn't good enough. And it's just like,
Hold on.
really confusing to me, for the lack of a better word. It's like, this is my life, but yet no matter what I do, it never can seem good enough for my viewers. If but can name 5 channels off the top of my head. That's hard, but yet no matter what I do, it never can seem good enough. Like, really confusing to me, for the lack of a better word. It's like, this is my life, but yet no matter what I do, it never can seem good enough for my viewers, and that's hard for me to deal with. So we're gonna read another one, and
we go to.
It's just sad that all the top comments are very, very negative, and I can name.
Hold on, guys.
Help, but the minute I do, the help that I'm getting, sympathy for her. To think I've once supported her many years ago. Thankfully, stage of the cycle, she's crazy if she thinks anybody's going to support her. Myself, if she doesn't get the food from me,
hold on.
I figure out a way.
Hold on, here we go. Watch this little snarky glare.
To know that Becky does not put the food in my mouth. She doesn't make the choices for me. I make the choices for myself. If she doesn't get the food for me, I figure out a way to get it myself. Next comment, here we are.
I find a way to get it myself.
Stage of the cycle. She's crazy if she thinks anything.
Sorry, I know you guys can't really see the words, but you can at least hear.
She brought all of this on herself and refuses to get help. I have no sympathy for her. To think I've once supported her many years ago. Thankfully, I am getting help. I think the biggest thing that frustrates me is, like, everyone wants me to get help, but the minute I do, the help that I'm getting isn't good enough. And it's just, like, really confusing to me, for the lack of a better word. It's like, this is...
The help that you get is these bogus Jenny Craig Weight Watchers is for somebody that needs to lose a couple pounds, not hundreds of pounds. That is why people say, that's why you get the backlash, is people have told you numerous times, you need counseling, you need therapy, you need a real doctor, a real nutritionist, not some Jenny Craig or not some fad Optivia or meal bars or prepackaged junk. You are not trying to lose a couple pounds. You have a couple 100 pounds to be on the safe side. I'm not saying Amberlynn's ever going to be 180, 200 pounds. Even if you look back at her prior videos, look how small when she first started her channel and she was in the 300s. Look, she even looked tremendously smaller. I don't think she'll ever, I'm not saying, but at least try to get to a healthier weight. We're almost there, guys.
My life, but yet no matter what I do, it never can seem good enough for my viewers, and that's hard for me to deal with. So we're gonna read another one, and it's just sad that all the top comments are very, very negative, and I can name...
Very negative, and sorry, I know you guys can't read it, that's why I push it up so you can hear the voice when she reads it. Very negative. It was all real. Every one of these comments, you think people are thumbs upping, and I don't even do that anymore. Sorry, I can't support watching somebody do this. You think 1,100 people, 1,000 people on these thumbs up are all just, these are real. I have not heard one thing that you've read yet that has just been a troll comment. These have been all 100% things that I agree with. That obviously 1,000, 1,100 people agree with. Does that not? I think she thinks it's just her bandwagon mentality, and unfortunately it's not. Same with Foodie, same with Jen, same with Amy. And Amy has just... I know some of you guys watch Amy, and, we can... There's people, I'm sure I watch it, you guys don't like, vice versa, but Amy is just growing rapidly. The other day, I'm not saying this to be mean, it looked like she had that blue thing, it looked like a bed sheet wrapped around her.
5 channels off the top of my head who have started off as weight loss channels, and no longer do weight loss, or have brought weight loss to their channel and no longer do it, and
you don't either.
Well, and they don't get hate like this. I just...
They don't troll. They don't troll like this. And I'm sure, I think she's talking about Charlie. And some of you, again, we can still be buddies. I'm sure vice versa. We all watch people that not everybody's gonna, watch the same people. But Charlie's not getting on here having a mukbang. You keep getting on here. I do want to do weight loss content. I don't want to do weight loss. I do. I don't. Amber, you're bringing, again, you are the key holder here. You run this channel. Nobody else does. The backlash you get is from the stuff you put out. Nobody's making you put this stuff out.
Can say you brought this on yourself.
You did.
It's like, okay, so do those other YouTubers, but like, why is it okay for them to mess up and slowly kill themselves, and it's like totally fine? Like, I just feel like people hold me at like such a crazy standard. Like, I am a human, I'm not perfect, I have struggles. Okay, so the next one says, the Amberlynn hate train is actually the Amberlynn go to therapy train, but she ain't ever gonna be ready for that talk. If you're happy sulking, living in food addiction, and never receiving real help, just say so already. That's all this channel has become.
I agree.
It's me, feel bad for me. You're also mean to me. Me. Get your shit together, dude. It's life or death, and you still don't see that. I agree. To say, because I feel like I've responded to literally all of this. I am getting help. I'm getting professional help. It's all, these stages. It's a long process, but I'm doing the best that I can. I will definitely give you guys more updates on that in the near future. It's just so hard. I think the biggest thing that is so hard for me is like, there are people out there who do say like, if you're on track and you're losing weight, there'll be more people to support you and there will be less hate and stuff. But it's like, this is when I need you the most, not when I'm like thriving.
This is when I need you the most. Let's film, the Chick-fil-A, again, was one of her better meals. I totally, but Amber, nobody wants to see you eat anymore. At least not that I know of. Maybe the 1,000 newbies over here. Or maybe they're feeties. None of the people that are truly into this, sucked in, unfortunately, want to see you dancing around.
And being successful. But when I'm like at my lowest, obviously when I'm at my lowest, that means I am feeling some sort of sadness in me and some sort of cry for just more love instead of hate. That makes things worse, and I just feel like people don't process that. It seems like all these comments are very like tough love, and honestly, if tough love works for you, that's great, that's amazing, go off, but it doesn't work for everyone, and I'm one of those people. It does not work for me. It's very unfortunate that this video ended up like this. Maybe I just truly need to stop thinking that everyone else is like me. I would never be.
Hello. Amberlynn is Amberlynn. Kaya is Kaya. I'm just looking over here. Karina Kaboom is Karina Kaboom. Alex Shook is Alex Shook. Rose Thorne is Rose Thorne. DC Media. On and On. Willow Davis. Zachary. Life of a Free Spirit. T-Spill. Sinatra. YouTube on and on and on. And you are you, Amberlynn. And we're past the tail patting stage. We're past the lovey-dovey stage. I'm sure that, people tried when you started your channel to come at you with open arms and nice comments and stuff. But we're past the tail patting and the hugs, and you're gaining. You've gained 300 plus pounds and continue. We're past that.
I could never say these things to, especially a stranger online. I could never do it. I hold my heart on my sleeve, and I am there for people unconditionally. And I could never give someone tough love ever because I know deep down it freaking sucks and it just does not work. I really wanted this to go differently, and I don't know why I expected that it would.
All right. There's not much else to say. She still doesn't get it. Do I believe I'm getting help? We'll talk about that later. No, I don't. I don't. It's now she's linked up with Foodie, and it's a constant. And you would never talk about negative comments to people that you don't know on the internet. Sorry, I'm looking down. Okay, Jen, 200 pounds. Okay, Young Dumb Honey Bun. Okay, Michael B. Okay, Casey. I mean, you knew Casey, but I'm saying people she said that she don't know. Let's get into our snack of the day. We got one of the Kit Kat duos, mocha and chocolate, crispy wafers and mocha cream with coffee bits and chocolate. Wow, I should have ate this later, but we'll just save. Actually, guys, I hate to do this to you. It's getting late, and I had all that coffee. I've got another one planned. Let's do this one for more in the daytime or earlier. It's getting late. I apologize. I got 2 new Kit Kats for us to try. Okay, we're going to save the coffee bits. Lipstick on my face. I've had enough coffee today. Check out my Foodie video, my new rocket fuel, I call it. It's my rocket fuel concoction. Let's try this again. I apologize. This is the Kit Kat Duos, mint and dark chocolate, crispy wafers, and mint cream and dark chocolate. Okay. Yeah, I've had a lot of coffee. Not a lot. I finished, like I said. What I do, I get half a venti, and then I'll drink half tomorrow. I put it in the fridge, and just put a little cellophane, or like you can just put foil over the hole. But okay, these are pretty and nice and spring looking. All right, let's get into it. It's weird. I used to not like mint, and the older I've got, I don't still like mint mints, but I like mint and chocolate. So, of course, your typical Kit Kat wafer. And if you're from any way of other, we have viewers from different countries. I don't know if everywhere has Kit Kats, but these are like little crispy wafers. Not the biggest fan of dark chocolate, but that is great. The dark chocolate's not overpowering. The mint really complements it. You know what it reminds me of? You know the little are they Andes or Indies dinner mints that you would get sometimes with your bill at restaurants? And I think we have, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have some peppermint Andes to try. I keep a little Starbucks bag of like different things I see that are new along the way, and then I, get them for us. But this is great. If you like the little Andes dinner mints, they're like a green wrapper, and I think black or brown, and they're about just those little squares. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about, the Andes dinner mints. I hope you guys are, but that is legitimately what these remind me of. If you love mint and chocolate, again, not the biggest fan of dark chocolate, but this is really tame. The mint really calms it down, and just a nice, this is good. I like these. So, alright guys, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. What do you think about it? It's just like we keep continuing and continuing. It's just like, it is the song that never... Alright guys, I love you guys. I'll see you later. I don't know if this is last. I don't want to bombard you with content. But earlier, in the Sagittarius Shorty video, it cut off. And I think my memory thing is getting full. I don't know what is up. I'm just going to get another device once my insurance and just do the plunge. I've needed to do it for a while, so bear with me. But anyways, I don't want to look like I'm bombarding you with content, but Easter is coming too. So we've got a Walmart Easter walkthrough. I don't know, somewhere else. Oh yeah, Bath and Body Works, and then I did a Petland. Again, I do love the, adopt dogs, but my grandma was in there earlier and getting dog food, and she's like, go look at this French Bulldog. So I did do a Petland walkthrough. I know before you stress, yes, use your local humane societies, animal shelters, but my grandma went in there for, dog food, and I just kind of did like a Petland dog through walk, Petland walkthrough to show you guys the different dogs. I know it's sad seeing them caged up, but I wanted you guys to see this little Frenchie and this little Boston. Have a great day, great night, you guys. I'm rambling. I could talk to you for hours. Have a great day, great night. Kaya's out. Plenty of things coming up. If you can't watch it, like I said, watch it another day, but I got to dump some of my memory, and I'm probably going to lose my device, all the things. So, got a lot coming up. Just heads up. Love you guys. See you later. Bye. Kaya out.